So I just take the camera and hopefully it's not gonna take too long. It's just to share that at this very moment, I feel like I want to shatter in 1,000 pieces and to disappear into thin air. The only being to whom it would matter would be Onyx. That she would be alone. I'm sure you have already experienced this sometime. Let's avoid that. The pressure is too much. And funny because racing that I just had the visual of walking on some smokes or beginning of a small fire. And the flames are starting to get a bit bigger or stronger. And I can see people on the sides. Some are not even paying attention, and others are looking, and some are laughing, mocking. And I try to keep going, but it's burning more and more now. And it's not even that I am asking for help and that I don't receive any. It's more the indifference, the non-existence, being invisible. In moments like this, if you have experienced, leave in the comments, how did you manage to get yourself back up and not feeling that you're not worth of existence? I am one day from I don't know why, from I don't know what. Maybe I will get some attention if I was cutting my wrist or doing something like this. And I'm not even sure that it's gonna be enough to be seen, to be really heard. At this moment, I would like to hear that it's really gonna be okay. I would like to be heard and to receive some love, but have you noticed how many people are less and less hugging? They are less and less ready to give that. Today I know that I'm not gonna receive it. Who knows, maybe it's gonna be this series of Broke but Not Broken, Revin's Unfiltered Diary to Survive. It's gonna be a chronicle leading to the disappearance of Revin, of me, and nobody will ever see and hear about me, and nobody will ever care. And when I will be on the other side, and finally out of here, when I will be out of this realm, the first thing that I'm gonna say would be, there's no fucking way that I am coming back. It was my last life, and I'm not going back to a world where nobody cares. We're supposed to change, to transition into so much better, I don't see that. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Okay, I want to share with you what happened last night. I received a message, first a good one, from Task Force about the task that I submitted, completed, and about the country of UAE, confirming that next week I'm going to receive some payment. I still don't know how much. I think it's only going to be available, the number, on Monday. So I don't know. Sadly, it's not going to be the amount that I need at the moment for the rents. But whatever amount is coming, I am grateful. So that was good. And when I opened my task, the dashboard, I see that there is nothing. New one is what is available. You have my tasks, so the one that I'm working on or are submitted, and you have previous, so the ones that are closed, and the one that I participated. Mexico was the next country that I wanted to plan, and I mentioned it as well. And there were 2 more countries available, but nothing was there. So everything is in previous, so meaning that Task First has closed off all of the possible tasks that were available for me to work and to make eventually some money. Because like I said, I never know how much I'm going to make. So that sucks. And that was my reaction. And immediately, that's that it's turned, but you realize that, you know what, sometimes, it's not sometimes, because when you are in a spiritual journey, synchronicities. I was like, for the past 3 days, because it was yesterday, so the past 3 days, I worked the whole time on those videos of preparing, sharing. I had some, like I said, conversations with a few people reaching out. So I was really taken by this, and it felt really great. I knew that I wanted to go back as soon as possible to Task Force and to start working on Mexico, but it felt good. It didn't feel like I'm wasting my time with those videos. Then I realized, hold on a second. I started to work 2 days ago on videos. If I super speed, from early in the morning until even midnight or past midnight, that I work all the time on the task, it takes me 3 days to complete a country, to be able to submit. So yesterday was the 3rd day, and I was like, hold on a second, because if I had started to work on Mexico, I would have definitely completed some category, but I would not have finished everything. Task Force would have closed off a second country, because it happened for Germany, remember? It would have happened another time, a second time for another country, that I would have been close to the end. The country is closed and I'm losing it. And I definitely wouldn't have put much time into this project of Broke But Not Broken series to reach out for help and support. So it seems that, synchronistically speaking, anyway, it felt like this, but it was like afterwards confirmation or validation of, I was supposed to spend all of this time working on my videos and doing everything that I can and my best to get to be more seen and being more heard and having more visibility. And it has slowly started to. And I am so grateful once again for everyone who has subscribed to the channel, who are watching the videos, the ones who have left comments, the interaction, because even some are contacting me outside. And remember that I have a possible job that next week I'm going to have an interview So there is some possibilities, just that now where the emergency is really standing. So not only it was really a validation that following, like you would say, my gut at doing this project of video is the right move. Even if I still don't know if it's gonna work out, if I'm gonna receive the help that I need to stay out of the streets, because now it's one day left. I'm laughing, but I'm not laughing at the same time. Um, it's good to know that there was a confirmation like this. I really put my intention that it's coming next week, the new task, so I can start to work on it, because it's taking quite some time to get paid. I surprised myself at being joyful, being happy, being re-energized. I even surprised myself singing, just like an old friend with whom I'm rekindling with. And it felt so good. You have no idea. You know, the word, the universe works in a mysterious way. But that is the perfect demonstration of it. In this episode, I wanted to answer the not asked yet question. Why did I come in Mexico with no plan but my cat? Well, my cat for obvious mental health reason and energetic reason as well, since she is my personal energetic healer. And I'm grateful for her work. Remember that I told you in episode 2 that I was, after the massage, the 10 years, I was completely broken and destroyed physically for obvious reasons, but mentally and emotionally as well. And I definitely needed something else to replace that. But since I had no idea at the time how to heal myself, because after years and years and years of therapy, the classic ways of doing therapy, I was at the point, at the stage where at phase of my life that it wasn't efficient enough for me, that I felt that I needed something more, completely different, but I didn't know what exactly. I was able to find a job in 21. I was a agent, customer service, remote one, working for one of the bank in Canada and Quebec. And it was nice until that I started to break down more. Now I can laugh, but I definitely promise you I wasn't laughing back then. Again, because I was so much destroyed, I just realized that it's not because I'm changing work that suddenly, out of magic, I'm gonna feel better. When I decided that I wanted to get out, and to go to Mexico, I went to see my manager to tell her, and obviously to ask, can I work overseas? Didn't want it to leave my job because of the money, obviously. Sadly, and to my knowledge, till this day, no one can work even outside of the province where the company is. So I really wasn't capable of keeping the job and leaving the country. When it was about money, it was always a huge trigger of going into huge fear and panicking crazy. During the whole time period until the departure that I was still obviously working at my job, I promise you, time to time, I went back and asked, did they change the rules? Has the regulation changed? As much as possible, nothing is. So it was really reluctantly that I had to let go of the job. But since the beginning that I came here at Playa, I was always careful with how much I spent. Sure, it took me quite some time to be able to lower and lower and lower and lower the rents, meaning to change and to change and to change places until I'm the place where now it is one of the lowest rent price here at Playa. And it's a very simple place, but I love this place. The other part of the decision that I had for me was to know I'm gonna stay in first to work on myself, and to choose to keep the money for the basic and the essential rents, food, like I said, electricity, water, all of it that has to be provided. So I can give me a chance to stay, to heal, and to find a job online. Because I mentioned that in previous episode that I search. It's not just now last minute that I did that for quite some time. And yeah, nothing really worked out. I had to make a choice between the small amount of money that I had and nothing was coming in, and staying and give me a chance, like more than a chance, like the chance of a lifetime. I mean, for me, it was, if I'm not doing that, if I'm not taking that chance now, when is it going to happen in my life? When am I going to give myself that chance to change completely my life? Because I haven't done that for decades. Of course, it's a tough decision. Of course, it's a risky one, because I chose to be able to have a roof above my head, to be able to feed Onyx and I, because I wasn't able to get a job, to find anything. Even when my mother jumped in and helped me for a year to be able to stay and to really give me the chance to succeed. And I've never been grateful enough for that. That's kind of why there was no plan, why there is no supports. That's why as well I came at this point of turning to the world and sharing to everyone, to show first who I am, what I am facing. Why do I need help? Why do I need support? I know that everyone is doing their best, and I am at peace with that now, because I have done so much work lately. But before that, it got me so much frustrated and disappointed on human beings. So even if the world is chaos for everyone, there's nothing is that fine or that easy. Everyone's life is worth and deserve to be seen, to be heard, to be supported. There is not one drama in one's life that is more valuable than another one, because each life matters. So to conclude this 4th day, 4 episodes. Yes, a door has closed for now with Task Force. I chose to see and to believe that because there is better, and because there was alignment, so technically there is better. And no matter what, I'm going to show up tomorrow, because I still have that determination within, because I refuse that it's going to end up in the street. Because no matter what, I still believe way too much into kindness and compassion. So we're going to see that tomorrow. But if you feel called to support this journey of mine, if it speaks to you somehow, you're going to find links down below, tipping the drawers to my PayPal and Wise account. It's never expected, but it will greatly be appreciated. And you're going to have the links for the playlist of Broke But Unbroken if you want to watch the previous episodes or to rewatch. if you have missed something, because I'm seeing a lot of things. Your presence here is already a lot to me. I already said that many times and I will never stop. Thank you so much for coming in and watching. And if you want to support more, subscribe, follow, share, like. The algorithm like this, but it's giving me more visibility, more people to see my videos. And for me, it increased my chance to find help and support. Some stuff has already tiny bit started to move, not to the point of being safe already, because otherwise you will see me jumping high and telling you that I am, but I am not yet safe. But most of all, thank you for seeing me and hearing me.